So there's a small YouTube channel named KSI. Oh wait a minute, chat. Originally, I was going to cover the Lunchley drama. I'm preparing a script as I'm recording the audio to this video right now as we speak. But since this comment right here is shocked by the amount of Darman videos I've made, I thought might as well give them a parting gift before I go on to actually diversify my content. So thank you so much to the comments or commenters, Not Edicts and Darius, for encouraging me to make the video. I'm just here to meet and even go past your expectations. I'm happy I could be of help. By the way, I have nothing against you guys, I just thought it would be funny. But just a random side note, I know you all are going to be thinking, Willie Tato, aren't all of your videos strawman fallacies? They don't bring in any hard evidence. And while I do agree with you to a certain extent, like this video for example, the difference between my videos and strawman fallacies in the calling out Darman videos, at least if not all my videos, is that I actually have real evidence that's contained within the context of the argument, where the only bit of evidence you have is the premise itself. For example, Lucy likes to eat fish, and she tells her friend, hell yeah, fish are cool, I fuck with fish. But people don't interpret that as she likes fish. No. People interpret that as Lucy is a fish fucker. That's right, she likes to fuck fish. She said fish is good, but the strawman fallacy pushes people to interpret something entirely different. The premise is that Lucy likes fish, but based solely on the fact that Lucy is a fish fanatic, people come up to the conclusion that Lucy is a fish fucker. Now, let's compare this to my Darman videos. In my videos, and you can watch them yourself, I think I do, I don't know, off the main premise of the video in order to create more arguments. For example, in this video right here, I made a point that Darman normalizes trophy wives. This is one of the weaker points I think I made in hindsight because I only take the premise itself and make very few points out of it, which makes it very close to a strawman fallacy. The reason why I think that you're promoting the normalization of trophy wives is because in this video, you bring up the topic of trophy wives and how this Asian guy's gotta he's gonna become a multi-million-dollar lawyer, he's gonna become the next Jayoma, he's gonna have all this wealth and he needs a trophy wife. However, you never actually condemn the practice of trophy wives outright. You only just have the guy who failed a bunch of tests, and that's it. He never even really changes his mind either. He only serves her at the end because he has to pick up a new job and he needs to get that bread. You never show him apologizing or anything either, or having a change of heart or anything like the normal cheesy stuff you do, because he got too lazy. But I still do branch off more from the major premise and include other concepts in order to build into my overarching point. I talk about how he never mentioned any message of, oh, it's not good to make women trophy wives because that's sexist. Because it is most likely a part of his subconscious thought. Therefore, he never really thought to do this because it's just so normal to him. So yeah, although parts of my videos do get very close to being a strawman fallacy, I personally don't think they are because I am me and I don't know what I'm talking about. And that, kids, is why you should go to school, to learn how to, at the very least, construct coherent arguments. But enough blabbering and replacing my don'ts with do nots, let's begin. So in the beginning of the video is basically this guy kicks the other guy's ass in a street fight because he has a widowed mother who is a disabled vet and can't do shit. And I gotta say, the homeless are either coincidentally going with the meta of lying about how they served in the Vietnam War, or America's pretty fucked up for not treating their soldiers right. But that's a whole different topic for another day. Let's get straight into the bullying.
Where have you been?
I had to work overtime.
What happened to your mouth?
Nothing. I fell. You know, one of the cooks spilled olive oil on the floor and I slipped.
Sorry man, your goose is cooked. The mom obviously knows you've been in a fight, and also with the amount of blood and dirt doused onto you, I'm surprised you don't have HIV. Blood is also a very easy thing to smell on your body, and you look like you just got out of a mud rustling contest. Any kid who has any experience in lying knows you just can't lie your way out of this one, bud.
Apollo, I just don't want anything bad happen to you. Bad enough what happened to me.
I know, but we still gotta make money somehow. We still gotta live.
What did I tell you, huh? The only living worth making is an honest living.
That is rich coming from Darman. He makes anything but an honest living. He used to be a drug dealer, for Christ's sake. This guy's going straight to hell. He also exploits employees. Sorry, I meant contractors. But putting that aside, this is a bad message to spread to kids. Kids, if you're watching this right now, just know you can never make an honest living in any society. No matter what, you will always have to exploit people for your own gain. That's just how capitalism works. Every single job in some way, shape, or form always has to have another person suffer in order for a business to make profit. It's ironic how Darman says the only living worth making is an honest living when he himself banked off the cannabis industry, which is thriving off people's addictions. We got fucking Jimmy Cornoyer over here telling everyone to make an honest living. That's just the world we live in now.
Do you want to fight? Go do it in the ring again. Not on the streets. There's no future in that. Do you remember what happened?
Okay, I got it. Okay?
I'm pretty sure some kid in a professional boxing ring is just really unrealistic, so Darman is basically encouraging kids to go fight in the ring if they're in a struggling family. Gotcha. All the fighting industries are rigged to an extent, so now we have Jimmy Cornoyer over here telling everyone to make an honest living by boxing it out in the ring. I just can't believe that Darman is trying to tell kids that if they're good at fighting, they should do it for money. I mean, if you're good at something, don't do it for free, of course. Better to get paid. But these kids these are kids we're talking about. We can't be telling kids to fight adults for money. That just sounds like robbery at that point. Kids are beating up adults to steal their money. But even then, it's an adult fighting a kid. That just makes no sense.
I just can't believe you let some random dude off the street beat you up in a parking lot.
First of all, he wasn't just some random dude. He was good. I mean, really good. I couldn't even touch him. I got like one hit in the whole fight.
Nuh-uh, bro, you missed every single shot in that fight. Even my aim is better than your aim IRL, and you got hands. I spam machine guns and I hit more shots than you did. That's just sad. You have no idea what you're talking about. That kid done flipped the old brain upside down with that uppercut. And you'll see more of the uppercuts later on. It's this guy's signature move. I don't know what Darman's obsession with uppercuts is. Maybe it's like a dramatic thing, but I'm not really too sure about that. And isn't that the guy who wanted some of Rumpelstiltskin's pussy? They probably broke up in the Darman cinematic universe, and now he's boxing to take his anger out on little kids.
Nah, man, look. I don't just fight for free, alright? I fight for money.
All right, I could take your money. I'm cool with that.
Alright. I can do that too.
Yo, bro, you sure this is a good idea?
Just have the ambulance on call because he's gonna need it.
Okay, we will see later on that this guy's gonna get his shit rocked, but I'm pretty sure even on the streets this wouldn't fly at all. Street thugs don't stoop so low as to beat up little kids. At least they still have morals. This is supposed to be the insecure bully, but all it does is show that Darman doesn't know anything about bullies beyond his experiences as a victim in Disney shows.
Come on, Ryan. Come on.
Holy fuck, that shot missed so badly, even Trump and his assassin are burying their faces in the palms of their hands. What in the world is that? I used to go to Taekwondo as a kid, and the place I actually went to had real sparring matches. Some kids actually got pretty roughed up at that place. And during that time, I've seen kids with better aim than that guy. I've seen 5-year-olds spar with like 6-year-olds, and they have better aim. There's no way this guy's punch is slow enough for the other kid to dodge it. This scene is just really cheesy, and clearly since Darman's allegedly stealing plots from
I think you may be looking for someone else. I don't want any trouble.
Really? You really have a funny way of showing it. Look, kid, you're not in trouble, okay? Do you know who this guy is? The guy you just tagged up? Ryan Wesley? Sounds familiar?
Bro, you just watched your best boxer get assaulted, and your only thought right now is to get that kid interested in boxing and help you? That's just sad. If I was the boxer, I'd quit at that point. Just straight up throw down the gloves and start putting the...
Been fighting all my life.
What for?
Hey! Lip!
What's the matter? Your face stopped growing?
Nah, bro, I think his lips saw how ugly he was and it took off. Kinda like his dad.
What are you gonna do about it, huh? Cry?
Just make sure you don't get any in your mouth. I know you can't close it properly.
Well, damn, at least he's standing up for himself. Just a side tangent, I hate it when schools punish the victim for standing up for themselves. Screw zero tolerance on violence. You gotta teach kids to stand up for themselves. Schools are literally training kids to be sheep. They're teaching them not to stand up for themselves and to rely on the proper authorities, which most of the time is the correct avenue. However, like teachers, some of them are just not reliable. I'm not rooting for vigilantism or whatever. I think that shit blows and that's what gets people killed and sometimes unjustly killed. I'm saying for the small things like getting bullied, just let them duke it out. It reduces the amount of work you have to do to restrain the two kids. You get to like restrain them once like, you know, they're tired and they beat each other up. And the victim learns to stand up for themselves and the bully gets an ass whooping for trying to whoop ass. It all works out in the end. And I get that the rule is for there to maintain order and make sure kids aren't like creating gangs and shit inside and picking fights with each other.
You know what, kid? It doesn't really matter. Whatever motivated you to fight, it worked, okay? Because you have a lot of potential.
Potential for what?
Fighting. What do you think I'm here for? I'm offering you the chance to train with me at my place, okay? And if my instincts are correct, which they usually are, I believe we have something quite special here.
Bro looks like a car salesman. He's either about to give him an offer he can't refuse or straight up traffic / molest the boy.
Thank you, sir.
Bro, he's just swiping on his phone. Look at that shit. You can see it on the home screen. He's doing nothing.
You're gonna make a lot of money when you turn pro. But first, we gotta get you some ring time. So I'm gonna set up some amateur fights so you can get some wins under your belt and build up some momentum, you know?
How much do I, get paid for the amateur fights?
Well, they're amateur fights. You don't get paid.
No, I don't have time for that. I need to go pro now.
Okay, that's...
Lewis, who is this guy? Listen, buddy, you can't just walk off the street and expect to go pro. It took me 6 years to get to this point.
Yeah, 6 years?
6 years.
Hey, well, maybe you're not any good. Man, did you ever think of that?
Want to find out?
Hey, oh, everybody relax here, okay? Hold on. Listen, Apollo. You don't want to do this, okay? This ain't a street fight. Manuel has 13 knockouts out of 15 pro fights. You know what that means?
That means he's gonna get his shit rocked and go 13-3 because this kid's got plot armor that is dummy thick. It's baked, decorated, cooked, and creamed up like a cake, and it's ready to be served. Called it.
So, do you think I can just go pro?
Oh, yeah. I think it can be arranged, so I'm gonna make some calls.
I take it back. I hate this guy now. He's being hella stupid. This could have been a coincidence, and he's about to send someone with allegedly a lot of potential to just die in the ring.
I've been on the grind, this my prime. Let me tell him one time. I've been on the grind, and this my prime. Yeah, sorry for the wait. Didn't think I'd come up, y'all just need a little faith. I've been patient, just waiting on the river with an ace. Gotta move real careful, we coming surveying the place. I touch down in your city, that's a rival. Y'all got one thing on your mind, it's survival. But if you wanna take a shot at the title, call the medic, we checking your vitals. Let me tell him one time, I've been on the grind. This
Bro, why does every single fight take one shot? This is the literal definition of he wins when the author wants him to. This is lame writing at its finest. And also, this guy's guard is down. He sucks. Loser.
Listen, I mean woes. It's flatbeds for the checks, that's a bank rolls. I've been killing it, I'm guilty, case closed. Yeah, y'all are too basic, my reputation.
What type of technique is this? These guys don't even know how to fight at all. This reminds me of cat fights. It looks like something my friends used to throw at me to make me flinch. Bro's got that Popeye technique. Bro be looking like a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
And my eyes wanna rise, I visualize. I ain't never taking a break, you taking 5. Even if I ain't got it, know that I'll make the time on my next move by the time it.
Bro, who's watching the fight? There's no one there. It's more desolate than the amount of affection I received as a child. Where is the money coming from? I know it ain't the audience. They're as real as my girlfriend. It's probably a money laundering scheme, to be honest. It might be an allegory for Darman, and he's actually like money laundering, and he bought it all of his 23 million subs, and he probably, I don't know, he's probably like still doing hydroponic schemes or something on the side, and he's just money laundering.
And that's a lot more than what you were making in the parking lot fights, isn't it? And then, if you start putting together all the real wins, you know, with real contenders, like the guy that you're fighting in tonight, then real money starts coming in. You know, we're almost there. Just have some patience, that's all.
Okay, now I'm confused on the message of the video. Is it to be patient or is it to be... Oh.
Come on, Apollo, put this guy down. He's a bum. Let's go, let's go.
Bro actually called him a bum-ass jit. No way.
No, I didn't want to lose, but I don't have a choice. Devin needs his surgery, and this is the quickest way.
What I have told you, time and again. The only living worth making is an honest living.
You know what I'm gonna say here.
Ready for your brother? Yeah. Me too. What happened?
I won.
Oh, such good news.
Ah ha 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 ha, yes, such good news. Now I can live a life wondering whether my underage son will come home or will get jumped by big oily men. Ho ho ho.
But there's better news. We can afford Devin's surgery now.
Really? Thank you, Apollo.
For what? What type of illness does bro have? Now that I think about it, Darman didn't even mention what illness this kid has. He's probably just too lazy to use the disability trope again. Well, I mean, he did with, like, you know, the mom, but he's probably too lazy to do it with the son. And yeah, that's about it. Long story short, video sucks. Darman encourages kids to literally fight for money because he never tells kids violence is bad and never proposes an alternative to kids with, like, struggling families. I hope you enjoyed me nitpicking this video. I know, I'm such a positive guy. But I want to build an online career somehow, and it all starts here, really. My next video will be on the Lunchley situation, and overall, I think that the Lunchley situation is pretty clear-cut. But some of my friends and some people in the community really want me to cover it, so you'll see that pretty soon. Oh well, thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel. I really appreciate you all. I hope you all have a good day, and bye.